Okay, so here's my kit that I'm taking camping with me. Okay, big dry sack, just in case. The Berghaus 75 litres. I'll do a separate video on that in a second. Okay. Okay, so the essentials that I take with me really are, I've got tent pegs, 10, that's more than enough. If I need any more than that, I'll use sticks in my surrounding area. Ropes, I've got thick paracord, a couple of lengths of that here and there. I've also got some normal paracord, quite long lengths of that in there, useful stuff to have with you. Guy ropes with tensioning clips on them. Same in that bag there, it's just more guy ropes. Okay, and my shock cord, it's elasticated. Okay, my gloves, obviously. 2 trekking poles. One pair of waterproof trousers. Okay. My army issue shovel. Now, this isn't a piece of my my kit that I take everywhere with me, only if I know I'm staying out somewhere long enough to compensate having the extra weight. If not, I just use sticks that I find if I need to scrape an area clean for sleeping. But okay, I also have okay, let's have a look at my knives. I've got Spyderco Tenacious, absolutely awesome knife. I use it for everything. Another knife I like to take with me is this one. Now that is the Cold Steel Bushman Bowie. See in the sheath, it's got an extra pouch for you to keep things such as the compass, hand warmers, pack of cards, or whatever you fancy. Let's have a look at the knife. Now I use this knife mainly for chopping wood. It's brilliant, it's light. The only disadvantage I find about it is the handle is a bit slippery after prolonged use, but I'm sure like a pair of gloves would be more than suffice to keep a good grip on the blade. Okay, so that's my my knives. Got a little Stanley tripod flashlight, a little gimmicky thing. Okay, as for the sleep-in side of things, all this here. Okay, so I've got my army issue roll mat, the most comfortable thing I've ever come across. Okay, and here I have 2 smaller stuff bags and the big one there, and we'll have a look what's inside it. So this one here, what I have is army issue poncho. Get one. It'll be the best buy you've ever made. I promise you. You can use it as a ground sheet, tarpaulin, or as a poncho, as you know. And also here what I have is my waterproof sleeping bag liner. Army issue again. It's massive. Perfect for me. It's a little bit on the heavy side, but it will keep me warm and it will most certainly keep me dry, which is good. Okay, here is my Snugpak Bivy waterproof sleeping bag cover. Ultra lightweight. Chuck it in the bag, off you go. Brilliant. I like to take this one with me because it is a lot less heavier than this big one here, but by taking something that's a lot lighter, it's obviously a lot less stronger in material and therefore not as warm. So I do tend to take both with me just in case. It's the extra warmth as well. With this one I can get inside this one while I'm inside that and be double warm, double dry. Okay. This is a lifesaver. This is an internal cotton sleeping bag liner. Absolutely perfect. Here, believe it or not, that is my sleeping bag. It is made by Proforce Ranger. It's not the best quality of sleeping bags, 1 to 2 seasons. Weighs approximately a kilogram. Nice little stuff sack there. Get it down nice and small. Just chuck it straight in your bag. Perfect. Now this blanket isn't something that I would take with me all the time, but if you've got the space in the bag, I highly recommend you taking a blanket with you, because you've got the extra warmth if you're sat outside cooking, for in the morning after you've woken up on a chilly morning, you've got a blanket there. Not just that, you can lay on it and have that little bit extra insulation, or even roll it up, stuff it into one of your stuff bags along with your clothes, and have yourself a nice comfortable pillow for when you're sleeping. You'll have the best night's sleep you've ever had. Okay, now this is my favourite bit of kit in here. Let's have a look. That's my extra large DD tarp. That's 3 meters by 4.5 meters and has approximately 18 attachment points around the outside. This shelter is big enough to make a tent out of. Literally a tent. I can have all 4 sides covered down to the ground and have enough room for my sleeping, my bags, and a place to prepare food or cook tea or whatever I need to do. There's plenty of space underneath it for me, or even to have another person sleeping in there with me if need be, if the shelters are that scarce. Okay, so as for water, this bad boy, my Source hydration pack. This is my second one of these. My first one I don't have the sleeve for, but I don't want the sleeve for it, so it's okay. These are amazing. World's strongest hydration packs in my eyes. You can stand on them on like a rocky surface and they just will not puncture or anything. You've got your normal hole there to fill it up with, and also inside here there's a zip. That piece of plastic you slide off and it enables you to get inside the actual hydration pack and clean it, because it's got a glass-like finish, so there will be nothing stuck to the walls of your hydration pack, and you can have a nice clean water for the next time you go out using it. and also the hose is completely detachable. For whatever reason you might want to detach it, you can. Okay, so I think that covers that area. There's a little stool I like to take with me sometimes, not all the time, as it's bulky and not necessary. Okay, so when I'm feeling cheeky and a bit cold, I can I've got my hip flask I can fill up with, well, I don't need to tell you what I can fill that up with. These again I wouldn't take with me every single time, only if I've got the space in my bag to accommodate these things, because they're quite bulky and unneeded when you can simply eat out of your pans that you're cooking in. So yeah, okay, set of chopsticks, amazing to take camping with you. You can stab at things, you can pick them up as chopsticks or whatever. Okay, perfect. Easily wiped off. My little cup, enamel cup, absolutely brilliant. I put a bit of tape around the handle. That's just to stop it getting too hot if I was to choose to put my cup back on the stove to heat up the water in the cup rather than using a pot. And I can just hold it by the handle, which is perfect for me. Okay, now this is the thing that I really wanted to get onto, however I will be making a separate review on, and this is my alcohol stove. Now, as you can see, it's very small, very compact, so let's have a look at it. Okay, so now that the lid is off, okay, so there's the lid, which doubles as a frying pan or a shallow pan, whatever you may want to use it for, or even a plate if you wish. Like I was saying earlier, when you haven't got the space to take your actual plates with you, you can use something like that if need be. Okay, if you prefer to have the cleaner option of eating out of your hands. So here we go. This is a Trangia stove, a Trangia Mini. That is used by, bear with me a second, sorry about this. Yeah. So there we go. All I've got in there is methylated spirits. Just a tiny bit at the bottom, and this comes with a simmer lid. Either pop it straight on to put your flames out, or twist this round like that, and you can control the heat that comes out by adjusting that. Okay, so when you're finished, pop it back on. Now I would recommend, before screwing this lid back on, you leave it to cool down for a good 15 to 20 minutes, because the rim of this will still be quite hot and can melt the rubber seal in here. Okay, so the next time you want to go and use this, you're not going to be able to, because it's going to be glued together. Okay, so this is my little water pot that I got with it. Is there a measurement on here? I don't think there's a measurement. I think that holds about a litre. I'm not too sure, maybe half a litre. I'm not too good with measurements, looking at it. Okay, so to light it, you stick it back in there. That just gives it a little bit more wind protection, and also it's your pot stand. See, I don't currently have a wind protector at the moment, but I'm thinking about making one. But I tend to just dig a hole, stick the stove in the hole, stick the pot on top of that, and the sides of the hole